Put my SE viewers. If you are new to the channel, kindly like, share, subscribe, and please do not forget to hit the notification bell. Mr. Chinedubaga, let's look at this new making the rounds. Unconfirmed report having that Eedris Abdulkareem, that the authorities have ordered his arrest. Remember that he just released a song, Tell Your Papa that Nigerians are hungry. Tell Your Papa that there is insecurity. And that song has since been banned by NBC, Nigerian Broadcasting Commission. And as we have it, in the time of Obasanjo, Eedris sang a song, Nigeria Jaga Jaga, and the authorities handed him a run to Ghana also. You look as if history is about to repeat itself.
I think what happened was Eedris in his element again, and the majority of Nigerians, millions of Nigerians want to agree with Eedris on the situation on ground, on the economic situation on ground, 100%. Particularly me, I agree with Eedris on this regard, because that is a reality. The government should not see that thing as something that is dangerous or whatever. It's part of social criticism, which is required if they actually mean well, if they actually understand what it means. Remember, most of these elements now that find themselves in position of authority in Abuja, where extreme critics, including Tinubu himself, of Jonathan's government at that time. This has not fared well. Things became very bad under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and not a lot of people might not have the platform to come out to continue to explain, the kind of danger they face on daily basis as a result of APC policy in Nigeria, which is, for me, we've not heard of this before. This is the worst government ever, and that's the truth. So if Eedris has come out from another angle using his talent to get government attention to the situation on ground, I think it would have been something of a cheer for Eedris, because the government would have looked at it from the angle, to look inwards and come up with the better ways of doing things in this country. But if they choose the other way, trying to, get him arrested, in fact, Israel will become another popular Nigeria that many Nigerians, and it will expose the government the more. Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not be seen to be muzzling anything that does not go down with the way and he does he goes about his government. It should not. We don't expect such things. NBC, of course, under the control of the government, but I can tell you, the music is already there on the social media, and it's continuing to go viral. Immediately they place a ban on that song, and the song for me is not a threat to anybody. It's just a matter of calling attention of the government to the situation. Or even if Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not listening, his son too can be able to pass the message to the dad. Since we are seeing very clearly that SEYI seems to be very close to the dad, he can let the dad. After all, SEYI and Abdulkareem might be of the same age. They all were in Lagos.
Some people have said that this is Abdulkareem's way of protest. That is another protest.
Of course, now it's a form of protest. It's a form of getting government attention. It's a form of expression of the society now, and it's a form of getting people to understand that at this point in time, towards 2027, they needed to use their brain, they needed to use their knowledge, they needed to respect, they needed to understand what they are in for ahead of 2027. So the banning, of course, if you look at the Abdulkareem, he made it very clearly, that it will be very difficult for Nigerians to enjoy the dividend of democracy under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Considering the fact that he was also in Lagos, and you witnessed the kind of government that was run under Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Lagos State till this present day. So, and at that national level now, everywhere is in upside down. Food is upside down, security is upside down, the Fulani is under his watch, has automatically increased attack in all the communities in Nigeria, including the eastern part of the country. You know, so Tinubu's government is quite a regret, I can tell you. But look at what the man is doing. He's already clearing the ground already for his second term coming. I pray Nigerians will actually stand up to resist this kind of leadership that we are experiencing in just less than 2 years of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's first administration as a southerner in Nigeria. But away from that, focusing on Abdulkareem, I think if we begin to have a lot of celebrities from that industry coming out, you know, condemning, using all, including the players, maybe we will experience drastic change. Most of these Nigerians are not attached to, they are playing football in Europe, they are not personally attached to Super Eagles, because you are a Super Eagle, you are not allowed to criticize the government. They should rise up and begin to turn Nollywood actors and actors. These are getting bad on daily basis.
Now let's look at Amnesty International and Patu Tome. They have actually criticized NBC's action, saying that actually what the musician said is right, and that the best the government could have done is to make amends and address those challenges.
I do not see anything wrong with Eedris song, Abdulkareem song. No, I do not see. Some other players, unless they're having any reservation against him, but it's also an avenue for the civil society organizations, Amnesty International, World Human Rights agencies around the world, including United Nations, to rise up at this point in time to identify and show solidarity to a situation like this, where everybody seems to be muzzled down, to be silent, you know, on the issue. And those who find their voice at the end of the day are being subjected to, you know, all manner of human treatment, especially under this administration. I thank God for Amnesty International for speaking up, and we expect other human rights agencies across the world to rise up and begin to campaign and condemn, you know, any move to get Abdulkareem, you know, arrested in this regard. Nigerians, over 200 million Nigerians, are facing the reality of bad leadership.
Okay, now we are looking at a very dark man, admonishing the singer Abdulkareem to sing a remix that himself is ready to be featured in that remix, that we should not be afraid to confront the president and tell him the right.
Let these people come under an umbrella, unification of the industry, or of the entertainment industry, both in the music, Nollywood, you know, in whichever way. If they can, both comedians too, if they can come up with a unique, you know, platform and start an early campaign against bad leadership in Nigeria, especially this very one we find ourselves. This APC completely will have to go, definitely, you know, because it has shown that APC, we are not ready for government. What they were only ready was, you know, to lay down their carpet of propaganda, work on it to where the resources of Nigeria are, and loot everything. At the end of the day, turn Nigeria upside down. It's unfortunate that we have a southern president. You know, we are saying that he would have done better than a northern president. But you can see, unfortunately, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ruined the image, you know, of Southerners coming in a position of authority as president. But no matter what it is, if there's any plan on ground to checkmate this, I think he's becoming tyrant. There's an element of dictatorship in the way he does his thing, and unfortunately, you can see the different somersault policies, or, you know, the kind of mistake that's supposed to not to be associated with the presidency. You can see it under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So if there's any way, you know, the Nigerian patriots can come up with a massive movement that will unseat him completely, but not to cede power to the north, but to the south. And look, it was, and let the south, you know, produce that. Okay, you see now that Buhari is no longer in support of Tinubu's second bid, is not going to throw his support likely, because he cannot be in APC, though you are the former president, and be entertaining this kind of crowd of opposition. And to understand, your aide is already making a statement that your principal will not back Tinubu 2027. And nobody, for me, I think Tinubu, unfortunately, is a very big mistake, and Nigeria should not allow that to repeat itself 2027.
I'm also very thankful for your time. This is a good place to let it go. Thank you very much.